If you own a business, you may begin to think about the day when you stop running the business and what you're going to do. For as much as we love our businesses, we don't want to run them for all eternity, even if we could. This is Brian Stevens with Legacy Venture Group, and this is our series on selling your business for the best price to the right buyer and getting that peace of mind knowing your business legacy will continue to serve well after you've left your business. And today we're going to talk about stuff every business owner should know and know now, even if you have no plans at all on selling your business for the foreseeable future. Look, one of the things we do know is that a large percentage of your value and your wealth is tied up in your business. And so when you go to exit, you should be able to capitalize on getting your money out of the business. However, if you type in the words, "why businesses don't sell," you're going to find some disturbing articles, and these are from very reputable sources such as Forbes magazine, Inc. magazine, the Exit Planning Institute, even business articles and that sort of thing from the United Kingdom, LinkedIn as well. And it shows that 70 to 90% of businesses that go on the market end up not selling. And there's a lot of different reasons, but quite often it's because the business owners don't have the right understanding or they haven't prepared their business in a way that makes it really sellable. Look, it's not just about how much money you're making. That's an important factor for sure, but in many cases you've got businesses that are selling in the same industry and the same sort of gross revenues, some for about 5 times earnings in this particular case. This is a group of contractors that just pulled the data together, and in other cases less than 1 times earnings. And here you can see that factor. So how does that lay out? In this group, the business averages were making about $700,000 in earnings, but in one case, one business that was similar sold for over $3.4 million, and another one sold for less than $600,000. And you might ask yourself why. Well, first of all, we know there's this formula. We know that the numbers at the very bottom of the tax returns don't really show the total amount of your business. So you've got to go through a process of what's called normalization, adding back everything so that you show to the prospective buyers, hey, I'm really making this amount of money. But one of the factors we know is that if you don't put the total amount of money on the top line, and this might not apply to you, but it does apply to businesses sometimes, whether they're doing charity work or just not being able to put it all together, what have you, we know that if that number doesn't translate all the way to the bottom, then you're missing out. Here's an example of about $10,000 that doesn't get recorded. It should have flowed to the bottom line, but it's not there. They pay 25% taxes. They save $2,500 in taxes. But assuming it has a humble multiple of just 2.5 times earnings, they're losing out when they go to sell the business of $25,000, about 10 times that amount. And that's a big factor. Let's go back to that one screen we had before showing, hey, why is this great diversity in the same sort of industry? Now, we've taken into account things like owning real estate and equipment and all that sort of stuff. It's just the fact that some businesses sell for more than others in the same industry. And it's useful for you to understand those factors. Here's an example of one where businesses, the sales are going up, 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 whereas another similar one, the sales are declining. Maybe the owner is letting off their foot off the gas, or they've let Uncle Joe go and they've slowed down a little bit, and then they finally go to sell the business. Well, it's drastically different looking graphs when people are looking at one where the sales are up versus sales are down. I'll give you one more example real quickly. One where the owner is so proud, in 30 years I've never taken a vacation except for that one time I took 6 weeks off for a heart attack, but I'm back and I've never stopped and I never slow down. I'm like a robot. In the other case, the similar business making the same amount of money and the same industry, the owner can say, hey, I've been taking vacations with my family for quite a few years, for 6 weeks a year, and I think it's just wonderful. It says a couple things. One, the future owners of the business, most of them would love to have some time off and be able to take vacations and still make great money. And secondly, it indicates that the business has this ability to sort of run without the owner there, at least for a short period of time. Look, we've indicated that there are a number of different factors depending on the business, and for some businesses we found well over 85 different factors that drive value. If I'm confusing you, well, that's probably part of the reason we're chatting and saying reach out to us and learn more. This is a picture of my daughter from cross country when she was running for her high school, and she found this one graph where the signposts are pointing all different directions. It seemed really confusing, so I thought it just might be kind of cute. But you might find yourself in that same position where you're like, well, this is interesting. I'd like to know more. And if you would, we'd love to chat with you. You can take a QR code and get a copy of our business seller success guide. You can reach out to us at BuyBizUSA or email us at biz@BuyBizUSA. Use any of this information. Just reach out. We have no obligations. You're not required to list your business with us or anything like that. We just like to help you understand the process so that when you are ready, you'll know what you need to know. Take care and make great things happen. Bye-bye.